Okay, so I just got myself this GuardTech Plus cleaning mat. Decided to set myself up a little cleaning station here in the garage on an unused shelf. Well, it was used for next to nothing, so I cleared it off, made it useful. Got this GuardTech Plus cleaning mat. I got the large one. It's 36 by 10. I was hoping for a little bit more height on it, but that seemed to be a pretty common dimension, so I went with what I felt best about, and that was this one. So just got this the other day. I have used it once, and I'm just gonna give you a little overview of it here. It's a nice mat, actually. I'm pretty happy with it. It's really got a good sticky, slick bottom that really grips to the table here, and a nice matte, tacky, no, not tacky, but good enough on the top issue of it here. And it's got magnets on either side of it. They're not the strongest magnets, but they're certainly strong enough to hold the parts that are important to you, like firing pins, bolt carrier, shims, and things of that nature. They're not going to hold the bolt in place. You know, they're not going to hold something heavy like this. Okay. But when you get, and I know Amazon's not a big fan of gun parts on their videos, so I'm not using them. But when I did, my shims, my pins, my bolt, those types of things, they work just fine. Even the brush worked just fine hanging onto these magnets, not going anywhere. So it's great. It keeps them in place, and unless you get crazy with them, and everything so far is so great. I've used it only one time so far, but I've cleaned a couple handguns on it, and even my AR platform, and it was held up great. So, you know, with my AR, I wish I had a little more space, but I had plenty of room to hold my bolt carrier, the big pieces, charging handle, those kinds of things, keep them separate. And then smaller pieces like the firing pin, those worked great on the magnets, kept everything in check. And I'm so far so, happy with it. And I have hammered it with some serious, cleaning supplies, big time, in that cleaning, and it comes right off. Really doesn't leave anything behind. It holds up great so far, at least to all the chemicals I've thrown at it in my brief use, but I'm happy with it. And right out of the box, I know there was a lot of complaints about some other things that wouldn't uncurl out of the box, so they had an issue. Right out of the box, this laid pretty flat. I did have a bit of a curl on this end right here. That was the inside part that was rolled up, but literally all it took was a couple of presses down to get it flat, and within minutes it was nice and flat. I'm happy with it. I think you should be too. So far, so good.